No Man's Sky Waypoint patch 4.04 introduces an improvement we've been asking HG to make for a long time. Note that this patch is now on the experimental branch and not available to the public yet. It will likely be at least a few days until it goes live, maybe even the beginning of next week, but this is a welcome patch. Fixed a number of issues where old cargo slots were visible in the UI, such as when viewing ships through the analysis visor. This was certainly a confusing bug for many, showing the old 3 inventory setup on ships in game when scanned. They imply this isn't the only circumstance affected, so I'm curious what else. I had some issues myself where I could transfer into my inventory even when full and still sell those extra items, just not see them in my inventory. Players upgrading their save to Waypoint are now awarded additional free technology slots. This fix will also apply to players who have already upgraded their save to Waypoint. This seems like an olive branch to long-term players really, and it's a good move too. Pretty much every long-term player was left with a lot of technology they could not reinstall due to a tiny technology inventory that they would then have to re-upgrade. I have checked my normal mode save and it now has 10 more slots in technology than before, so that's a nice little extra. Fixed an issue that could cause broken tech to permanently block some inventory slots. Fixed an issue that could cause freighters to be missing their hyperdrive after purchase. This was an absolutely huge issue. No new freighters had hyperdrives, and with the focus recently on pushing hyperdrive for more travel, well, it's good they fixed it quickly. Fixed an issue that prevented the correct charging of exocraft technology. Fixed an issue that could prevent large inventories from being fully displayed in some circumstances, such as when using storage containers. Before you ask, this does not mean a fix for scrolling inventories. They still scroll as now normal. I believe this issue was more related to clipping. Fixed an issue that could cause duplicate hyperdrives to be found in crashed and NPC ships during the tutorial. The Photon Cannon can now be deleted from the ship inventory, providing at least one other weapon is installed. This is that long requested fix. For the longest time, every player has been forced to have a Photon Cannon installed in their ship, whether they like it or not. The only possible way to not have it beyond save editing was to use the expedition only reward, the Golden Vector. The Golden Vector comes with a phase beam in place of the Photon Cannon. Now we can finally remove it if we wish to and not have it clogging up our weapon cycling in battle. Very swish. Fixed an issue that could cause volcanoes to pop out of existence. Fixed an issue that caused livestock units to display too few inventory slots in the UI. Fixed an issue that caused predatory fish to move too slowly. This is just odd really, but all non-predatory fish now live in hell. Fixed an issue that could cause improbably large number of sentinels to spawn at player settlements, in particular multiplayer scenarios. Fixed an issue that caused the Neutron Cannon to deal nearly no damage. I had a lot of reports about this. People assumed it was just nerfed and were sad their beloved weapon was now useless. Well, it turns out it was a bug, so splash damage is back on the menu. Added a confirm button to the delete base option when interacting with the base computer. This makes sense, unsure why it took so long really. Fixed a number of visual issues with freighter engines. Improved the trade rocket engine effects. Fixed a number of rendering issues with particle effects. Improved the text displayed when viewing cooking items in the catalogue. Fixed a number of text scrolling issues in the info portal. Optimised the rendering of a number of particle effects. Optimised star and sky rendering. Fixed an issue that prevented FSR 2.0 from being enabled while using HDR. Fixed a number of networking issues. Fixed a crash related to multi-tool rendering. Fixed a memory issue related to squadron icon rendering. And that is your lot. I hope at least some of your issues were sorted with this one. If you are still experiencing problems that are not addressed in this patch, be sure to report them to hellogames.zendesk.com. Also, to reiterate, this patch is currently on experimental, so not live to everyone just yet. It will take a few days for them to make sure it's stable and pass certification on the various platforms. Have a fantastic day.